Welcome back, guys. Hope you're all having a great day out there. I just came across some very interesting information regarding XRP supply shock. I thought this was interesting and exciting, and I want to get the information out to you. Also, I want to talk about tomorrow and a message here at the end. If you do like this type of content, click that like button. And if you're new to the channel and you want to join us, it's free. Click the subscribe button. I'll leave a link below for I Trust Capital for institutional grade custody and safety over your assets if you want that as well. I use I Trust Capital myself, and they do have the $100 free sign up funding bonus. Now, guys, we've talked a lot in the past about the 1700 NDAs, and I don't want to go too in depth with this because we've talked about it and so have others. But this is a key important aspect to what I'm about to talk about. And when we talk about the NDAs, I think one thing that's very important to know is that they're not all equal, right? They're not the same level each NDA. There's going to be some BlackRock, some big names in there, some household names that we've all heard of, but there's also going to be some financial service providers that we maybe haven't heard of, some smaller players in there, which is completely fine, completely cool. But I think for this example, we take a look at, let's just say 1,000 of these NDAs. And what is going to happen when we see this Clarity Act and Ripple is forced to reduce the supply down below the 20%? Because we know they're only going to be allowed to have 20% control of 20% of XRP. So that's a massive amount of XRP they're going to have to transfer and send out to these institutions. But where it gets real interesting is something I just came across with a burn mechanism, as well as what we have with the ETFs and treasury companies going on. But specifically, I want to talk to you about what I saw with the burn mechanism. But as we get into this, let's take a look at the numbers first, because right now Ripple in escrow has 34.2 billion XRP. That's as of this year, early 2026, right? Total supply, we know 100 billion, and then 65.8 circulating. Now, to get to that 20% threshold, what Ripple's going to have to do is essentially offload 14 billion XRP roughly. So roughly 40 to 42% of what they have, they're going to have to get rid of to get below that 20% control. And so what this is going to do is a few different things. It's not just the transferring to these banks and then utilizing it for its and use cases, its intended use cases, faster, cheaper, more efficient payments and hoarding the XRP, but also as it reduces Ripple's monthly supply that they're going to unload the selling pressure that is going onto the market right now. The many still do FUD, but we know that they absorb most of that back. It's also going to be a big signal to the entire industry. Adoption is here.